The Green Lantern Season 2 Issue 6 sees Hal Jordan rushed into Sector General, where the Lanterns meet with very competent Nurse Laylo. 3 hours later, Hal regains consciousness and wants to get back to work, but Dr. Keldar tells him to stay put, and he should know since he's the foremost expert on the Green Lanterns. Hal wants to know how long he's been there and where his ring is, so Nurse Laylo says that the ring is safe, but he has internal injuries and their nanosurgeons will take 2 more hours to repair the damage, so he cannot move from his bed. She reveals the ring too is undergoing surgery in the non-biological ward at the request of the Guardians. Hal wants to still leave, but the nurse tells him getting up could kill him, so he needs to get some well-deserved rest. Elsewhere in the huge hospital, other Lanterns look for where Hal's room is. Suddenly they are attacked by someone, all shot to death. Lantern True and Lantern Rick soon arrive to meet their partners, but find them all dead. Their rings warn them of antimatter as the Choirman arrives. The Lanterns try and attack, but nothing seems to work, as in Hal's room, Hal feels something hit the hospital. He gets up wanting the nurse to lead him to his ring, but the nurse thinks it was just a meteor impact that happens all the time. But soon they come across the dead Lanterns. A lion alien comes by asking where the lifeboats are, and Hal tells him that it's women and children go first into the lifeboats. The cowardly lion says that technically he is a child thanks to his species aging, and he has his mother's DNA, therefore he should be allowed on. Hal suddenly recognizes him as Crassius Quipe VI, an illegal trader in rare and endangered species. The lion says that he's mistaken and that is his older brother, since he is Crassius Quipe V. Hal isn't so sure as he borrows one of the dead Lantern's rings, telling it is needed here. Suddenly a rogue Surgimech crashes through the halls, so Hal uses the ring to grab a hold of the robot, subduing it and telling the nurse he wants to visit a certain patient. Elsewhere, Lantern True and Rick manage to escape the Choirman, saying that he's injured and weak, yet he almost killed them. True worries that thanks to the snipers, there is more Choirmen outside waiting for them. Hal and the nurse and Crassius race towards the ward of the Evil Star, the villain that Hal left in the coma months ago. While the man can't use the Starband, Hal has access to the technology and can competently use it, along with his Starlings. Suddenly, the hospital explodes open thanks to a Choirman, causing it to decompress. Luckily, Lantern Rick keeps everyone safe with a construct, but is shot and killed by another Choirman as Lantern True is confronted by another Choirman, steadying herself by saying the Lantern Oath. Hal meanwhile takes the nurse and the lion to the lifeboats, hoping that they will leave, but the nurse refuses, giving her own personal staff lifeboat to Crassius. True meanwhile battles her evil counterpart, telling everyone to run as the battle spills into the lifeboat station. The Choirman rips her ring arm off, next going for the nurse, but Crassius, filled with a newfound strength and rage, grabs the Choirman, ripping its head off and demanding that they leave. Elsewhere, Lantern Rick's body begins to regrow into little crystal versions of himself, attacking the nearby Choirman as Hal finds Rick, helping his larger body up. Rick knows that Hal is badly injured, but Hal doesn't care, saying that he needs the Lantern to get as many people to safety as possible, since he's going back for his ring. Along with Evil Star's Starlings, Hal fights back against the Choirman, allowing the lifeboats to escape. Hal confronts his antimatter self, telling him that he should have stayed safe in the antimatter reality and just forgot about Hal Jordan. Powering up his borrowed ring, he says that he will make the Choirman wish he never had done this, because no matter what comes next, he is coming for them all. The Choirman blasts Hal, who stumbles back into the fight, only to collapse, falling unconscious. The Choirmen soon leave the hospital, escaping back into the Reversoverse. Sector General begins crashing into the atmosphere of the nearby planet as the Guardians meet with the dead Hal Jordan, telling him they can't say they didn't warn him, wondering what it feels like to have been dead yet again. The Green Lantern Season 2 Issue 6 continued Morrison's fantastic wacky adventures as the Choirman makes a return in a slightly more traditional structured story. Now, any other book I wouldn't look at Hal Jordan dying as a big thing, big deal, he'll be back next issue, you know, but here, thanks to the unpredictability of the book and you never know where it's going to go next, I wouldn't put it past Morrison that he has actually killed Hal Jordan, and we're going to spend the next 6 issues in some type of afterlife with Hal fighting death or God or something like that, since that's totally a Morrison thing to do. I also like that Hal is seemingly Spectre again. It's not really explained at the end of it, but he's got the Spectre cloak like he used to wear when he was Spectre, so could that be something as well that Morrison decides to go along with the Spirit of Vengeance coming back to Hal? I also enjoyed that we got back into the antimatter storyline with the Choirman Qua-Man making a return and the Qua-Core, I guess, with the other Qua-Man making an appearance, and I can't wait for it to continue over into next issue, hopefully. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.